Everything we understand about the modern labour force is being redefined through a provocative lens: the institutionalisation of human character. The industrialisation of character: why Japan's schools produce the world's most disciplined workforce. At World Perspective, we are deconstructing the Japanese educational apparatus, not merely as a pedagogical system, but as a sophisticated factory for social cohesion. Here, collective conformity functions as a vital macroeconomic asset, turning the classroom into a laboratory for industrial equity. By deconstructing this behavioural conditioning, we reveal a systemic transition from individual impulse to a labour force optimised for the surgical precision of the 2026 global economy. 1. The blueprint of collective order, the ritual of O-Soji. The foundation of Japanese discipline begins with a radical concept: environmental ownership. In a striking departure from the Western model of externalised maintenance, Japanese schools operate entirely without janitors. From the age of 6, students are mandated to participate in O-Soji, the daily, meticulous cleaning of their own facilities. This is not a simple lesson in manual labour. It is a profound psychological exercise in fostering a shared responsibility over personal comfort. By forcing the student to confront the physical consequences of their own presence, the system erodes the "not my job" mentality that so often plagues Western corporate structures. For the discerning observer, the dividends are clear. O-Soji normalises the maintenance of high-precision environments. In the advanced tech sectors of 2026, where a single microscopic particle can compromise a semiconductor, this ingrained respect for the environment acts as a pre-installed software for operational excellence. It creates a society where the upkeep of public and private space is viewed as a collective honour, rather than a menial burden. 2. Engineering the frictionless employee, the power of Minna Issho. To understand the legendary reliability of Japanese logistics, one must examine the club system known as bukatsu. Here, students are conditioned to subordinate the ego to the team's objective, internalising the vital concept of Minna Issho, the philosophy of being the same as everyone. While individualistic cultures often prize the maverick, the Japanese system recognises that in a complex, interconnected economy, the maverick is frequently a source of friction. By teaching students to align their personal ambitions with the group's success, Japan produces a workforce capable of operating with the synchronicity of a single organism. This reduces workplace conflict and creates a climate of predictable reliability. In 2026, as global supply chains grow more automated and complex, the value of an employee who prioritises systemic flow over individual recognition cannot be overstated. It is a strategic trade-off. By tempering the peaks of individuality, Japan secures a remarkably high and incredibly stable baseline of human performance. 3. The architecture of hierarchical precision, Senpai and Kohai. The seamless communication within Japanese corporate chains is the direct result of a self-regulating vertical structure known as the Senpai and Kohai Dynamic. This is far more than a simple respect for elders. It is a rigorous linguistic and behavioural code that establishes a clear chain of mentorship and accountability. In this system, the Senpai, the senior, is responsible for the protection and guidance of the Kohai, the junior. In return, the Kohai provides the support necessary for the Senpai to lead effectively. This creates a vertical ladder of precision that requires minimal external management. By the time a Japanese youth enters the 2026 automated manufacturing era, they are already fluent in the structural grammar of the workplace. They understand that every link in the chain must be secure for the ladder to hold. This architecture ensures that quality control standards are not just followed, but are self-policed through social expectation, leading to a workforce that is inherently disciplined without the need for constant external supervision. 4. Macroeconomic dividends of compliance. Efficiency through consistency. There is a profound economic efficiency in a uniform workforce. The industrialisation of character significantly reduces the hidden costs of training and onboarding for global corporations by delivering talent that is effectively pre-vetted for discipline. When we evaluate the correlation between standardised testing stamina and cognitive endurance, the macroeconomic dividends become undeniable. The Japanese system prizes the ability to perform repetitive, high-output tasks with unwavering accuracy, a trait that is often undervalued in innovation-obsessed cultures but remains the backbone of any stable economy. While Western models frequently suffer from innovation volatility, where high-risk individual brilliance leads to frequent cycles of boom and bust, Japan's model offers process excellence. This delivers a level of operational predictability that allows for long-term civilizational investment. It is the triumph of the reliable constant over the volatile variable. 5. The future cost of human standardization, the 2026 synthesis. As we look toward the horizon of 2026, this model faces its greatest challenge: the tension between traditional rigidity and the global demand for non-linear, creative problem-solving. Critics often point to the psychological toll of suppressing the self, especially within an aging and shrinking labour pool. However, at World Perspective, we see a more optimistic evolution. The discipline produced by the Japanese school system is not a cage, but a foundation. In a world increasingly dominated by non-linear AI logic, the human ability to provide high-precision, disciplined oversight is becoming more valuable, not less. Japan is currently recalibrating, attempting to infuse this disciplined architecture with the creative flex required for the next century. We believe the result will not be the abandonment of discipline, but its synthesis with discovery. The precision of the past is being retooled to build the legacy of the future, ensuring that Japan remains a dominant digital superpower through the sheer, unshakable quality of its human capital. Conclusion: refining the individual blueprint. In conclusion, the Japanese educational apparatus is a testament to the power of intentional character building as a tool for national prosperity. By transforming the classroom into a training ground for collective responsibility, Japan has created an architecture of progress that is both resilient and profoundly efficient. As we have explored in our analyses of the Silicon Silk Road and the 2026 debt reset, the systems we choose to implement today define the limitations and the liberties of tomorrow. We encourage you to explore our broader library of content to see how global models of discipline and innovation are shaping our shared world. Together, we can learn to build systems that respect the collective while empowering the individual to achieve their highest potential. If you could implement a single ritual of collective discipline, like the shared responsibility of O-Soji, into your own professional environment, How would that shift in focus from self to system redefine the quality of your output?